Hey guys, Brendan here. Just thought I'd talk to you further about what's happening with the Strait of Hormuz and Iran and the US and Israel and whoever else out in the Middle East. Right now, the Strait of Hormuz is still very much, it's not closed, but it's not anywhere near to what it used to be with the amount of traffic going in and out of there. And right now, as you can see with gasoline prices, oil prices, they're just skyrocketing and shooting through the roof right now. And now we're starting to see countries implement price controls and are thinking about limiting how much quantity of fuel is going out. And this is having a lot of devastating effects on these economies that are dependent on importing their energy. Like China, for example, is considering this. Australia is considering putting in a $40 limit for how much gas someone can buy at a time. And then it's also creating panic in some places in the world where grocery stores are being raided. Panic buying is really setting in. And it's just, the longer this goes on, the more likely we're going to see governments start to step in and implement digital IDs and central bank digital currencies, and these will be used as tools to control the population in order to prevent panic buying, which is good in a sense, but at the cost of people's privacy and autonomy. And not only that, but we'll likely see energy lockdowns, kind of like what we saw with what happened in 2020, the pandemic. Except it'll probably be much worse because people will be restricted because of their inaccess to acquiring energy like gasoline. And we're also seeing a lot of force majeure being declared by countries out in the Middle East that are being affected by this. And what that means is they are allowed to suspend their contractual obligations in the event of unseen circumstances like natural disasters or war. And so that will definitely disrupt supply disruptions. Not only that, but we're also seeing the destruction of lots of infrastructure when it comes to oil and gas. Like we just saw one of the US's largest refineries explode and catch fire in Texas. And then we also saw Ukraine bomb a oil port, I believe, one of their largest. And with Qatar, they had their natural gas plant explode as well, I believe from a missile from Iran. And so it's, when it comes to supply eventually coming back online to its full potential, it's not looking good, because it takes only seconds to destroy something truly important to these vital systems that we have for the global economy, whereas it takes years to get them online. And so it's, for the long-term outlook of the global economy being squeezed by its throat when it comes to energy, it's just not looking good at the moment. And you know, like this is really only the start of this war. We just saw, I believe the other day, where the U.S. has now extended its maximum enlistment age from 35 to 42. And they also don't care whether or not people smoke marijuana, whereas before they used to. So you can be a complete stoner and eventually possibly get drafted into a war. And so, yeah, possible drafts worldwide. This could be the start of World War III. And this war is going to be unlike any other. We're going to see lots of different tactics and a lot of different types of weapons being used this time around that we haven't seen in previous wars before. Like an example of that is Stryker Medical Technologies, big corporation. They experienced a wiping cyber attack about a week or two ago. And so Iran declared responsibility for the attack, and lots of devices were wiped of their memories, and employees were told not to go into the office because of this cyber attack. So we're likely to see lots more cyber attacks when it comes to the workplace, or even when it comes to the critical systems that make society function on a daily basis. Like, it's possible we could see it with electrical grid components not going offline and not working. We could see it with supply chains breaking down, and not even just from Iran. We could even see it from China, or we could see it from Russia, or vice versa. Those nations could see it from the US or whoever else. And with the capabilities of AI right now, it's so hard to trust what you see online because of how easy it is for AI to make realistic looking pictures and videos. So, you always have to go into looking at a picture and a video with a lot of skepticism, because you never truly know if what you're looking at is real or not, especially with this war, like how many videos have been released and what's real and what's not. So that could really heavily impact the public's opinion through the use of AI, and not just cyber attacks on its own. And a lot of this war will be aerial as well. Like, if you have seen some videos coming out of Ukraine where you see drones dropping bombs on ground soldiers, it's terrifying how easy it is to take out the enemy because of the aerial capabilities of nations now. It almost seems like if these nations were to send in ground troops, they all become automatic cannon fodder because it's so easy to take them out. And it's so easy to destroy infrastructure with ballistic missiles. So yeah, the new tools for war, which includes also directed energy weapons, like what we've seen with the Iron Beam from Israel, it's a different kind of war, and it's likely to get out of hand a lot quicker than it has decades before. And like, even though we're seeing the beginnings of a hot war starting to pick up, we've been experiencing a complex of wars happening all at once around us at all times. Like, we've seen economic war with tariffs and sanctions being implemented. We're seeing a financial war where with the eventual release of CBDCs and programmable money, or we have a political war where it's one side versus the other, when really it's like we should meet in the middle. Or a spiritual war where people don't really practice religion like they used to. And we're seeing a lot more quote-unquote evil in the world than we are good. Or we have the war on your privacy, or the war on your autonomy, or the war on ownership, or the war on relationships. Like friendships are nowhere like they used to be, or even marriage is falling apart across the world. Same with families. Families seem to be torn apart or just are not being started like they used to. We're in the age of the poly crisis, and we're in the age of the everything war. And it's all a part of what the World Economic Forum calls the Great Reset. And there's going to have to be a reset, because we can't continue to live this way, because people are breaking, and it's rampant. No matter where you look, it's going to be a tough time for people in the coming years, and people need to be prepared for that. These wars, every war is a banker war. Bankers have interests in both sides, all sides, and it all has to do with the corruption of the money that the world uses, fiat currencies. If we still had some sort of gold or silver standard, the money supply would be a whole lot tighter, and these wars would not be waged for as long as they have been. If wars were to start, they would end pretty quickly because of the funds that are required and the resources that are required to keep them going. And so, because our money supply is corrupted, so is our world. And that's a huge reason as to why these wars are continuing to ramp up and not get better. And it all stems back to central banking, in my personal opinion. You know, central banking has really done a lot for humanity in terms of improving the quality of lives that we live, like the goods and services that we all have access to on a daily basis. But wow, has it done a whole lot of damage too. And war is just one of those damaging aspects of the money supply. If you like this video, please give it a like, because if you do, it triggers the algorithm and it can send it out to a whole lot more people that would be interested in what I have to say. Comment down below what you think, and please share this video with anyone that you think would like the information in it. Thank you for watching. My name's Brennan Jones, and I'll see you later.